'87 Grand National. Favorite car. First time working on one. Putting a new turbo on it. A turbo shot, supposedly. But this line is split, so whatever the noise is, hopefully it is the turbo. It's a bigger AR. It's supposed to be a bolt-in, but obviously not. But we will see. Should have brought my standard tools. Alright, pulled this pipe off, right? And I happened to look in here. Thank God I looked in there. See that?
A friend of mine is an administrator at Kentucky, and she has a guy that came up
it's that. So this came off. That's probably the noise. And the exhaust was probably spinning, freewheeling, took out the bearing. And that was the source of all the noise in the oil. You got oil there. Thank God I looked at that. There's that new turbo would have sucked it right up. All back together. No leaks. Nah, you can let it run. Oh, look at my crappy welds. Well, I got the Grand National back together. I don't know how accurate these gauges are. It's almost out of gas, but it's boosting okay. I'm kind of afraid to get in on it because I don't know how well that wastegate works. I kind of had to like rig it up a little bit to work on this turbo, and right now I'm like in traffic. I can't do anything here, but it's running okay. I think it's running really, really rich. I don't know if the O2 sensor got beat up a little from all the oil from the other failed turbo, but this is a single wire turbo, so it doesn't have a heater, and nice little shift kit in it. So I'm going to try to give it a little bit here. Boosting like 10 psi, so that wastegate's got to be working. So that's a good thing. I got to get this thing back to the shop though, because I don't want to run out of gas. So I'm gonna bust the UB here. Oh man, I wish I could afford one of these. This is my favorite car. It says 15 psi on the dash, but on the gauge it says 10 psi. So I don't know who's lying. Supposedly, he said that the RPMs aren't accurate either. So I like it. It's pretty sluggish off the line. I don't know if that has anything to do with how rich this thing's running, but this runs good. As long as it's not idling. So I'm going to boost it again. So right now it says 10 on the dash, 15. Yeah. Hell yeah. I'm sure if you power brake it off the line, this thing will probably just roast the tires. I'm not doing that. As much as I want to. The alignment's off. Awesome. Feels tight. Suspension's pretty tight on this thing. Not like my old Regals. My old Regals were tired suspension, crappy. Brakes feel good. Yeah, I wish I could have one. Maybe one day. Alright, well, get a shot under the hood with everything back on it together. You really can't tell. I mean, the old bracketry does
bolt up and everything. The only thing that didn't bolt up was the old intercooler and the old intake pipe, and he was having trouble finding that stuff for whatever reason. I didn't look for the parts. I did find him the one part though. Yeah, man, this shift kit's hard.